Hello once again, welcome back to the channel. Got some exciting news today. We got a special delivery. We have the new Furrion S. It is the 4.3 inch. I didn't want a monster screen sitting on my dash and not ever using it, just taking up space. So I just wanted to be able to see what was back there while we were traveling. And if Jen had to get back there behind me as I was backing up and disappeared back behind the trailer, I would see where she was at. Of course, I usually stop anyway, but this will give me a little added safety and precaution going down the road and parking. So let's get this thing unboxed. Welcome back. We're getting ready to unbox this puppy. It's the Furrion S 4.3 monitor system.
Daddy, I was trying to help you.
Oh, okay. We're getting ready to unbox this new backup camera.
New camera?
Mm-hmm. This is the monitor that goes in your truck. So this is the 4-inch monitor. It's not much smaller than your phone, but if you've got your phone up on your dash watching where you're going, and you've got this up there with it, and you've got your tire monitoring system up there, we've got so many things going on the dash, it can be distracting. So I didn't want a great big monitor, so this will be fine. It'll be perfect. We're gonna get this set up and give us another added feature for safety, for backing. Can't wait to get it installed. We're just getting it unpacked here. So this is your monitor, and here's your instructions. Everything's packaged really well. Okay, and then we should have cables and hardware. Yeah. This is how you sync your camera and test it to make sure it's working. And then this is the antenna for your camera. And we won't even need this, I don't think, because we're pre-wired. So this comes with the wiring kit that you can plug in, and we're already pre-wired on this Imagine to be able to plug right in. So this is just your antenna, your hardwire in case you weren't pre-wired, and your setup wiring kit. And we'll walk you through all that.
I got you.
And here is the dash mount for your video screen for your receiver inside of the monitor inside the truck. And you've got a few zip ties in here to keep everything tidy, and it looks like an extra nut for your wires. And this is the camera itself. You pull it out, this is where it mounts up. It's got a rubberized seal there where it goes up against the RV. And then here's your camera. And I'm assuming it has a, yes, adjustment where you can adjust it however you want. You can have it adjusted where it can see straight down and see from your bumper out, or you can have it out where you can see where you're going a little farther. So, and this is where your antenna mounts. And
why are you ruling?
there is your wire that plugs straight into your RV if you're pre-wired. If not, you plug into this hard wire that comes with the system. So everything's here, everything looks
Hey,
good.
look.
Yeah, I see that.
It's sticking with 2 legs,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not using 1 leg and 2 legs.
And we thought about going with a cheaper system,
Now it's using
but being that it was already pre-wired for Furrion, and Furrion has such a good name, we decided just to go ahead and spend a little bit of extra. The camera itself is actually pretty reasonable. It's about the same cost as one of the cheaper ones. It's the monitors that are more expensive. When you get to the bigger screens, 5-inch on up to the 7, you're getting up to $500, $600, and $700 for the bigger monitors. And of course, this is just the single camera. You can get several different kinds that have more cameras. You can get the side marker cameras. I'm really more concerned with what's happening behind me than beside me. I can pretty well see beside me. This will give us an added bonus to safety when we're parking, and I can see what's going on behind me as we're going down the road. That was my biggest concern. That is the unboxing. We'll get it mounted up here shortly for you. That is the Furrion S. This is how it comes in the package. I got the shark fin out with the camera, backup camera in it. Once you pull this out, it has 4 mounting screws, which I've already taken out. They're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just pull the camera out of the shark fin, because we already have a shark fin mounted on the RV, and it's pre-wired. If it wasn't pre-wired, this package came with the shark fin and the rubber boot to mount it, and the wiring harness to mount it, but ours is pre-wired, so we won't need that. And then we'll hook the antenna up. Once we get the antenna hooked up, come up here to the truck. I've already mounted the screen in the truck and plugged it in. Ran the wire across the dash here. I'll get it pushed up in there better once I get it going. Plugged it into the cigarette lighter, and then it has a sync or a test wire right here where you can plug in. I'll go ahead and plug that into the camera. Now the camera is powered on, and then I will power on the receiver. And you can see me sitting there. Hello. Hello. Yep. So everything's already synced up and working. Go ahead and turn this off. And then we'll unplug. We'll unplug the camera itself. There we go. Now all we have to do is go remove the dust cover plate on the RV and mount this straight in and put those 4 screws in, and we're done. I'll need the screwdriver and the 4 mounting screws. Let's see if we can go get the plate. See if we can reach and get the plate off first. Okay. There we go. And this is the pre-wired wire for your camera. This is what we'll be plugging into directly. And I will hang on to this dust cap, and I'll put it in a safe place just in case we have any kind of trouble with the camera. Then I can put this dust cover back over. We don't have a big hole and a wire hanging out up there. Now we use the newer hardware mount the camera in, and as simple as plugging in, and you'll hear it click when you plug it in. Hear the snap, and I always turn it a little bit and make sure that it's got good connection, and tuck the excess up into the hole. Line the holes up, antenna goes up in the antenna slot. And we'll get our screws started. Hopefully I don't drop any of these little bitty black screws. So. Gotta be extra careful. I'll start the ones on top, so it'll kind of hold it in there first. Don't over tighten, but snug. That's why you want to do this by hand. You don't want to use your drill. So I'm going to try that setting right there to begin with. It looks like it's at a pretty good angle. If not, I might start right there. We'll bring it up right there. That way I can see what's going on behind us here. We'll start right there and try that once we get synced up. And now we'll go plug in the truck, turn the lights on, and see what kind of signal we got. Okay, so we're plugged in. Now all we got to do is come up to the front into the truck, turn our running lights on. Don't have to be headlights, can be running lights, and we'll see if we get signal. And there it is. We have signal back behind the camper there, and we can see a pretty good ways. See straight down and out. There we go, brightness. We can make it brighter. And contrast and color. We'll exit out, and we'll exit out again, and then we'll hit the parking lines. That's your parking lines, but that looks pretty cool. Very impressed. Looks good. There's your stop line, which if your bumper was there, it would be good. So I need to adjust it up so that my stop line is out there past my rack. So I do need to adjust it up one time. So let's go adjust it up one. Okay, I'll bring it up one notch. Ladder. Go in here and we'll see how that looks. Yes, you can still see the rack, and it looks like the ladder on the driver's side, and that's on the passenger side. Yep. So the stop line, or the red line, is right outside of the rack right there. You can't quite see the bumper. The bumper's just right on the other inside of that rack. But that stop line will, if I get to that stop line, it looks like I have about 6 to 8 inches before I get to that back rack back there on the back of the camper. So that will be perfect. And then of course you got the parking lines. That's the direction your trailer is headed. And that's it for the Furrion S system. It's the smallest screen you can get because it kind of matches where, you know, my phone will be on this side right here, and I don't want to block my vision when I'm traveling, so I can usually see Jen, and I'm usually looking out that mirror to see her. A lot of times if I'm backing with just my mirrors, I'll look, you know, I'm looking back and forth between the two. But now I can look here or here. If she disappears from view from my mirrors, I can just glance up here and see what's going on. And I can see what's going on right there before we get to the red point. If we're going down the highway, I can see cars that's coming up behind me that normally I wouldn't be able to see. So this is going to work out great. Furrion's all installed. Thank you for watching once again. Please hit that like and subscribe. Happy camping and safe travels. See ya.